All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in 1/3. And Lord's, with this lesson is edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. And to Wadiah, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, they don't question him, but they question you. Now, that's kind of a broad brush title, all right, that I put for this lesson, because I originally wanted to title the lesson, if it wasn't for the light, the prophecy of the light shining unto the Gentiles, Amalek would be winning, okay? So if we didn't get if the prophecy, I got this in Isaiah, let me grab that. So a couple of topics, a few things I want to speak about, a couple of angles. But if the prophecy of the light being shined to the Gentiles, meaning us receiving this gospel in the Gentile mindset, do you understand that Amalek would be winning right now? Okay, meaning no one would question him, all right, which they don't for the most part. But now we are in a season of people saying, and asking, and, are you really the people? So you got to take that into consideration. If the light, okay, wasn't given unto us as Gentiles, do you understand that Esau would be winning? Okay, feet up, you know what I mean? Feet up, temple, kissing wall, not having to worry about nothing, got dumbass regular Edomite, because there's a difference between Amalek and the other American proud Edomites, all right? Amalek is the firstborn of the firstborn of Eliphaz, okay, but he's the one that's in power. When we talk about the New World Order, the mark, it's Amalek is in rulership. I've been really wanting to do a lesson pertaining to Amalek, but I've stayed away from it because we know who's ruling. What they say, you always know who's in power for the people you can't talk about, because we can get on Esau all day. Christian comes up, gets cut, white man bows down. But you mentioned that the Jays, and I ain't talking about the shoes. You mentioned the Jays, and I ain't talking about Jordans. Oh yeah, they on you. Okay, so just think about that for a second. If it wasn't for the light being shined unto us as Gentiles, they would be winning, man. All right, this is Isaiah 49:5. It says, "And now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant." See, you have to have the mindset, all right? If Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash is dealing with you, and you are now put your hand to the plow, and you are doing this with truth and sincerity, not coming up the wrong way, okay, being in order, not just giving double honors, but going to the men in the city that are worthy, all right, and you're doing what you need to be doing. You have to have the mindset that you were born for this, okay? We have been created to be doing this, all right? But now we're not high-minded, okay? We're not high-minded. We're thankful, but that keeps us in the state of meek, humble confidence. All right. It says to bring Jacob again. See that? If it wasn't for Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, the heathen would be winning. All right. The heathen would be winning. Time and chance has been given to all men. All right. Let's look at that real quick. Let's put that in time and chance. Look right here. I did this yesterday. Look, Gentiles, Israelites. We are the light was shined to the Gentiles. If not, Esau. I'm Levi. I'm Benjamin. I'm Judah. I'm Gad. I'm Manasseh. But that light being shined to the Gentile, now to Puerto Rico, say, no, I'm Ephraim. All right. So, man, F these people. Okay. Time and chance. Let me see what comes up. Is it in Ecclesiastes? Yes. This is Ecclesiastes 9:11. All right. Real quick. It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. Neither yet, man, this meat and all this. Let's read this again. Let's actually break all this down. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not given to the swift. This is why you have to maintain a steady pace in this walk. If you find yourself starting to slow down, pick up. You find yourself being too hasty, you need to find that happy medium. All right. It says, nor the battle to the strong, but Esau believes he's strong. Jake believes Esau's strong. And let me say this too. Jake is completely fucking integrated. All right. We can't always just say, oh, we're downtrodden. All this. No, Esau is giving Jake a level. Okay. Jake is on a level. Go on social media. Okay. Black women ain't just bald-headed and in the ghetto. All right, these bitches are out here and in power. You know, they got power. Jake's got power. They're bald-headed and they got power. Okay, they got nice homes. They're completely integrated with Esau, and they don't give a shit about you. Okay, so these t-shirt fringe Israelites that always use the angle of the system against us, you're going to be confounded. Okay, because Jake's on a level. In the time of Rome, we were on a level. Sadducees, Pharisees, that was a status. Okay, they had palaces. All right, they had nice homes. They weren't just on Skid Row. Okay. But Jake has integrated because he perceives Esau to be stronger than him, which he is carnally, but he's not spiritually. Remember, it says one shall be stronger than the other. We're the strong ones. We're the strong ones. Neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. Exactly. Okay. Time and chance has happened to all men. So right now, the time and the chance has been given to Esau, but modern man in present time has gotten so drunk off him holding the controller that he doesn't think he'll ever let it go, or it'll be taken from him. It's about to be taken from him, okay? But they question you. See that? They don't question who's ruling, but they question you, you know? Isaiah 49 and 5. It says, and now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant. Then we go on the highways and we say that. We believe we've been set up, you know? And let me say this too. Look at how religion treats you, you know? Like, because vocab, you know, he's a hot topic right now, Christianity. But I want to say this, outside of the garments, the breakdowns, you knowing I'm a Hebrew Israelite, why does Christianity always treated me back burner? Okay. Ever since growing up, you would go to the Christian church, but you've always been treated more of a back burner. Okay. Think about religions. Okay. They always use topics. Let's talk about the reality outside of the topics. Of course, edification, right? But when you actually sit back and look, how has white Eurocentric Christianity actually treated you in white America, in Babylon? How's it treated you? Okay. When you really look at these things, you know, and it says to bring Jacob again to him. That's us. We're now being brought back. Okay. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and my power shall be my strength. And right, don't get your strength from Babylon. Don't get your strength from a woman. Don't get your strength from money. Don't get your strength from mere mortal accolades. You get your strength from Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay. And that is going to be the main focus in the time of Jacob's trouble. And everything that we're going through, the Lord is sober in our minds to say, Thawada, for bringing this judgment upon them. Okay, we can't just look at Jacob's trouble as, oh man, there's a hard time coming. We know that there's a hard time coming, but guess what? They're going to have to deal with that hard time too. They're going to have to fucking deal with it too. Excuse my language, all right? They're going to have to deal with it, man. Jakes that integrated, people that question you, scoffers, scorners, those that are calling themselves us. You got Esau calling himself us, but now they question us for us calling ourselves us. You know, we calling ourselves who we are according to prophecy, and now they question that, but no one questioned him. See that? It says, and he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant. Exactly. That's what we're saying. We don't get high-minded. Okay. At the end of the day, we're thankful that the Lord has called us, but we're praying that we're also chosen. But we don't get too high of ourselves like we see other men do. You know, when you see comments like, when are you coming to Indiana? You watch it on the video. He's in Indiana right now. Okay, this thing ain't about self-glorification either, you know, because you could be something today, but nothing tomorrow. And he that thinks himself to be something has deceived himself, because we ain't shit, okay? It says, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, to raise up the tribes of Jacob. That's another cut. That's another cut. To raise up the tribes of Jacob. Wait a minute. Going back, I'm going to keep going into this, all right? To raise up the tribes. Well, if they're the people, well, where the hell's Reuben at? Where's Naphtali at? You question us for the chart that's saying who Naphtali is, but you're not questioning the people and asking them, hey, where's Naphtali at so we can confound these guys? You know? Why don't you do that, vocab? Why don't you collectively find 12 J's, all right, with Jordans on, and have them tell you I'm Issachar. Yes, hi, I'm Asher. Why don't they do that? But they come to you and say, how is Asher Colombian to Uruguay? You know, see, I'm telling you, they'll question you, but they won't question them. You have that same energy. All right. It says to raise up the tribes of Jacob. This is why the 12 tribes important, because we couldn't just be out there, black man, oh, black man, hey, black man, guess what, black man? Well, what about the brown man? You know what I mean? Black, so-called. But what about the so-called brown man? And what about the ones that don't even look like Israelites? If I were to lay down with a so-called white woman and have a child, do you know that my child will come out looking like a white person? You see that? And then they walk by a ISUB or some camp and they're going to tell my baby they're going to slavery. They're fucking crazy, man. Jake is bugged out of their mind. This whole thing needs judgment. Okay, judgment needs to befall Babylon, and it's going to stop all of this rhetoric. It says, and to restore the preserved of Israel, I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Where are we at, brothers? We are at the end of the earth. We are in another man's land, in another man's country, in another man's state, in another man's city, using another man's money. You see what I'm saying? We are in the ends of the earth. We are assed out here, okay, as a nation. We don't got no, the quote unquote, no flag. We ain't got nowhere we could go. If Babylon were to kick us out, where we going? We're going to go to somewhere else's place. We ain't got home. We ain't got no home, okay? We ain't got home base. Now, we now found out where it is, but we don't. You see that? Now it says, this is all good. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles. If we did not get this light, if this light did not come to us as Gentiles, we would never return. Okay, we would never return. You see that? If this was just Jacob and it wasn't about light to the Gentiles, that means Esau could just say he's this. Let me get that. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. It says, never trust thy enemies, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You'll see it. Okay, over time, you will see it. Over time, you will see wickedness. Just like over time, when you leave something like metal that's not stainless steel, okay, rusted metal. Over time, it's going to affect. See, it's going to start off like this, then it's going to slowly creep in, okay? And then it's going to get so bad that this is Amalek. This is Amalek right here, okay? This is how rust. If rust is equated to his wickedness, okay? So anyways, let's keep going. It says, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed of him. He crouches as a Christian. He crouches as Amalek, okay? He crouches as a Catholic. He crouches as your teacher, as a cop, as a president, as a government official. He's always crouching, Hey, hi, how's it going? How are you? I'm just curious. Let's look up the word crouch. Let's see if there's any meaning to that. I mean, we know what it means. To stoop low. Exactly. He carries himself low. He comes bending. Hey, showing respect. Esau's showing you respect, coming to talk to you. Beware of him. All right. It says, and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Aha, there's that demon. Set him not by thee. What happened? What happened during the Hyrcanus dynasty? Okay, Esau converted into our beliefs and our customs, and then portrayed himself that he was one. Look at Herod. Did not Herod do that? Did not the Idumea Herod do that? Wasn't he calling himself a practicing Jew? Let me get that real quick. Let's go here. Let's put Herod Idumean. Let's see what comes up. Herod was born around 72 BCE in Idumea, south of Judea. He was the second son of Antipater, the Idumean. Okay, but what did he? But look. Somebody come look at this. It says official under Hyrcanus II and Cypros, a Nabatean Arab princess from Petra in present-day Jordan. Herod's father was a descent of an Edomite. His ancestors had converted to Judaism. See that? See? So he is allowed to call himself us. But when we call ourselves us, it's questioned. It's questioned, and he gets to just slither away. See? Because he's got the mark of Cain. Then he has the covering cast. So he gets to slide out without questioning it. And then he tells you that you are being hateful for questioning him. But people could come to us and be hateful while telling us we're a hate group. This place needs judgment, man. You can pray, I believe, Babu Kashai, how about Shemal Shai, Shalak Mashapatiyam, oh, Babal, Babu Kashai, Babu Kashai, Babu Kashai. This place and these people need to stop. Babylon needs to be stopped in its tracks, you know? It says, set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, right? Lest when he overthrows thee, what's he going to do? What's he going to do after he over? This a brother garment. He took a brother's garment and put it on, you know? He took a brother's garment and put it on. It says, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Look at that. I got the scrolls now. I got the book. I'm the guy. I'm Jacob. I'm Naphtali. You're just a nigga. You're just a Puerto Rican. You know, you're just a Puerto Rican, and I'm Simeon. I'm Ephraim. You're black. I'm Judah. You're a Negro. See that? If it wasn't for the light being shined to us as Gentiles, Esau would ride off in the sunset. You need to be thankful for prophecy, okay? Because if we didn't live in a world with prophecy, I mean, the whole thing is all about prophecy, but you know what I mean, you know? Everything that's going on. But just thinking the aspect, if we're in this current position under Esau standards, because I remember in the world, I didn't think about prophecy or anything being fulfilled. You kind of had this notion because of Esau that everything that we read in the Bible, that's why people be like, oh, that was in biblical time. We're still in biblical. This whole existence is biblical times. It's just you have a book that has the records of what's going on, you know? It says, set him not by thee. Where are we at? Set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at my last remember my words and be pricked therewith. And there he is, sitting in the seat. Okay, sitting his ass in the seat. Now that's me. Then he whitewashes it. But then when you go and you say, no, look at these dark images. Oh, that's just soot. That's just soot. No. That can't be. Anyways, let's keep going. It says reserved. Where we at? Isaiah 49:6. It says, and to restore, the preserved of Israel, were that preserved. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles. Right. Where are those Gentiles? This is why Simeon. Where's my man at? Simeon right here. Okay. The Lord was dealing with him and the Holy Spirit was upon him and he breaks it all down. This is Luke 2:25. And behold, there was a man in Jerusalem. Okay. We have to start understanding when we're reading the scriptures, where is this taking place? What part of the world? It's taking place in Israel. It's taking place in Jerusalem. You see, when you go into the Gospels, Yahushua and his men were only in our land. It wasn't until in the time of Acts where it started spreading abroad. Because of why? The Gentiles, the Israelites that were abroad. If you just base your whole mindset off this side, then you'll never bring the gospel fully to our people. Okay. Now, even Yahushua said, you ain't gonna get all of Israel. You know, we understand that, but the calling has gone out. Okay. If you just stick with this mindset and you don't apply the aspects of Gentiles, which we are, okay, then you are hindering the gospel and who it's reaching to. This is why I said the gospel will be preached to the whole world. This is Matthew's. Now, we're not physically doing that, but the internet, as the elders and apostles of Great Millstone says, do the heavy lifting. Okay. Matthew's 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. It's a lot of nations right here. Okay. There's a lot of nations. And then our people scattered even further. All right. Let's keep going. It says unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So everybody's hearing this, just like how the whole known world knew about Yahushua. The whole known world knew about Yahushua, just like now the whole known world knows about Yahushua's doctrine and the gospel. Now they're hearing the name Yahweh. Now they're hearing the name Yahushua. See, this is all part of it. Now let's keep going. Luke 2:25, and behold, there was a man in Jerusalem whose name was Simeon, and the same man was just and devout, waiting for the constellation of Israel. So he's waiting. What's his word constellation mean? Makes me think of Acts. Will you now restore the kingdom to Israel? See, there's so many topics. This is why, let me just say this too, for someone like for Deacon Akkad to make his video or remark about the statements that our elders and apostles made, which I want to do a lesson on that pertaining to calling the cops, because at the end of the day, we're here to edify and teach, not just debate. See, that's a black woman spirit. You want to use scriptures that say like defend the gospel, but you're not also applying wisdom. Okay. At the end of the day, the kingdom's coming whether you debate a Christian or not. Okay. The kingdom's coming whether you say we're going to do a 4-hour sit down. We want the smoke. That's not bringing the kingdom closer. All right. I'm telling you, man, judgment is going to sober everything right up. There's so much to talk about. So the word constellation means, a calling near, summon. So this is very important to understand why he's waiting for the constellation. We're going to get in the kingdom and find out that it was very known amongst our people that we had people scattered abroad. And I believe a brother actually posted, or I might be thinking about I'm thinking about another video we did. Let's go right here though. See, so it's a good thing that brothers post precepts because it keeps those precepts going. And I'm going to go to a precept that just came to my mind, but I remember a brother sending this like 2 videos ago on another video. So let's prove the statement we made that we're going to find out in the kingdom that it was very known amongst us and back then that we had people scattered abroad, hence why we have laws for strangers. Okay, look at this. John 7:35. Then said the Israelites among themselves, whither will he go that we shall not find him? He was talking about going to the Father. This is why our elders said that Yahushua was returning in the year 2000 because they were fulfilling the prophecy of ye shall seek me but shall not find me. That's why Yahushua didn't come back in the year 2000 because no man knows a time, hour, or day. All right. So let's answer that question and keep going. And then you're going to find out too, even though we answer people's questions, they're not satisfied because they just want to argue. You just want to argue. I deal with that shit. I deal with Babylonians. They just want to argue. Through the spirit, through the Ruach HaKodesh, the Lord has given us the mouth that our adversaries can't gainsay nor resist. But even when you confound them, they'll just keep coming back for more. It's like, wait a minute, we just handled it. We just did it. But then that's what Christians are. You answer a question, they want to ask it again 3 minutes later. And you mean to tell me you want to keep dealing with a person like that? Call it, let the fucking cops deal with them. You know? Let the law deal with them. You know? And let me say this too. Deacon Akkad, you keep asking, you're going to get what you asked for. You better read about the 7 sons of Sceva. Now, it says, whither will he go that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? So who is the dispersed among the Gentiles that are within the Gentiles? Let's see. Will he go and how they know? Okay. You don't think Jake didn't know about the northern kingdom fleeing the Assyrian captivity and going to a land where no mankind dwelt? We're going to find out a lot of things in the kingdom between the lines that you may have not been able to read. Okay. You gotta be realistic when it comes to the scriptures. All right. Don't be simple. Look, scattering, dispersion of Israelites dispersed among foreign nations. Israelites dispersed among foreign nations. See that? You see? So yeah, you left here, Judah, but you came back as a Negro. You left as Benjamin, but you came back as a West Indian. You might have left here as a Levite priest, but you came back as a Haitian. That are the Gentiles. See that? This is the light being shined to the Gentiles. And this doesn't disqualify an Israelite that might not be on the 12 tribes chart. What the 12 tribe chart does is it identifies the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad in foreign lands now. All right. These people are about to get confounded, man. Let's see, where are we at? John 7. Yes, it says a scattering, a dispersion of Israelites dispersed among foreign nations. Look, they got to throw this in there. Of Christians, we are the true Christians, and we are called Christians first in Antioch. With the record show, the reason why they called us Christians is because they were aware of a false god named Serapis Christus, and his followers were called Christians. So we were being called Christians under a smear of calling us following a false idol, false god, false teaching. All right. So you dummies calling yourselves Christians today, do the history on that whole aspect. See, the Ruach HaKodesh has given us the understanding, not you. Okay. It says of Israelites dispersed among foreign nations. So even Jake knew back then that Israelites were among other people. And we don't read about the Pharisees or Sadducees going out and trying to find them and bring them back. Okay. Paul was used to bring the Gentile Israelites back to their commonwealth. Okay. Now let's go back to Simeon. Where am I at here? Oh, constellation. Yes. Where is that at? Give me a minute. Yes. So going back now, look. So Simeon said, waiting on the constellation of Israel, a calling to Israel, a comfort to Israel, thus of the messianic salvation. Okay. See? So he was waiting on what? The great calling. Okay. He was waiting on the help for us. And that was who? Yahushai. And that help helped us by also bringing in the Israelites scattered abroad back to their commonwealth. It's very simple. Luke 2:25, it says, waiting for the consolation of Israel, and the Holy Spirit was upon him. So now he's speaking through the Holy Spirit. So this means he's not lying in the statements he's making. And it was revealed unto him by the Holy Spirit that he should not see death before he had seen the Lord's anointed. Okay, the Lord's anointed, the Lord's Mashiach. And he came by the Spirit into the temple, because man's goings are of the Lord. And when the parents of Yahushai brought in the child Yahushai to do for him after the custom of the law, then took he him up in his arms and blessed Yahweh and said, Lord, now letteth thou thy servant depart in peace according to thy word, for my eyes have seen thy salvation. This is why Yahushai is called Yahushai, which thou hast prepared before the face of all people, a light to lighten the Gentiles and the glory of thy people Israel. So Yahushai, when he first was on the scene, he only went to Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. After the death and resurrection and the Holy Spirit being sent, that's when the light was shined upon the Gentiles or the Israelite foreigners, hence why you have Corinthians, Colossus, Thessalonians, Ephesians, okay, Rome, because that was the light being shined, okay? When Yahushai was on the scene, he what? The tents of Judah first. So Yahushai focused first telling who? The Israelites that knew they were Israelites. Then the Spirit opened or magnified the gospel to not only those that knew they were Israelites, but those that didn't know they were Israelites. See? The Gentile, the aspect of the Gentile doctrine is really beautiful, because without it, none of us would be here today. Okay. Without it, none of us would be here. All right. Because we all, well, 99% of us was not born knowing any of this. We all were of this and then got converted over. You see that? Let me get this precept, the water. And Shalom Yabashim Shai Bashim Kakodash Brakatam to you brothers tuning in. And you few sincere sisters as well. Ephesians 2:12. That at that time, Ephesians, see that? Ephesus. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, Ephesus is the neighbor to Phrygia, and Phrygia is in Acts, the 2nd chapter, where a devout Jew traveled from to enter Jerusalem. See that? So if you had a devout Jew from Phrygia, which is a neighbor of Ephesus, then who you think was in Ephesus? Ephesians 2:12. That at that time ye were without Hamashiach. See, the light to the Gentiles. Isaiah 11. See that? Without Hamashiach being, and this proves the law didn't bring us back. Okay, Yahushai brings us back. For you guys out there that are teaching, you need to start talking about the Lord before you start pushing the law down the Gentile Israelites' throats. It is disgusting. It is disgusting to watch these Israelite teachers out here using the law against our lost ass people. It's disgusting to watch and see you beat, devour, and tear down our lost people and using the law to do it. You're a fucking demon. And I ain't going to apologize for that one. It says, being aliens from the commonwealth of Yasharallah and strangers from the covenants of promise. So shouldn't you be telling our people that they're Israelites and they have a salvation coming before you tell them what law they need to live by? You law-abiding Israelites that use the law and not the Lord on our people, oh, you're gonna regret that day of judgment, man. Having no hope and without Yahweh in the world. That's us. That's us. You see that? That is us. Okay. Now, where was I at here? Let's go back. I read Ephesians. Oh, I think I'm back in Slack here. Give me a minute. Luke. Was this it? Yeah. Luke 2:32. A light to lighten the Gentiles and the glory of thy people Israel. There you go. Okay, there you go. You see that? Let me read this again. Isaiah 49 and 6. It says, I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the ends of the earth. We're in the ends of the earth now. This is why the 12 tribes chart is based off the Western Hemisphere. Okay, ends of the earth. Ends of the earth. All this is ends of the earth, North and South America. Genesis 49. This will befall you in the last days. In the last days, Judah will become a Negro. And of course, you got Judah that ain't just so-called black. You could have a Judite that looks like a so-called white person, you know? Let's keep going. It says, thus saith the Lord, the Redeemer of Israel and his Holy One, to him whom man despiseth, to him whom the nations abhorreth, to a servant of rulers, kings shall see and arise, princes also shall worship, because of the Lord that is faithful and the Holy One of Israel, and he shall choose thee. See that? So, hey, we're in the time of just banking on prophecy, not a debate. Okay, we're banking on prophecy. Okay, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Because, what did the title say? They don't question him, but they question you. So they're just going to question you all the way until we get into the kingdom, and then that's where they'll be confounded. Okay, this is he who we had sometimes in derision and a laughing stock and a reproach. So let me just make sure I made all my points here. I just pulled a couple precepts up. Let's see. Okay, just wanted to make sure I got them. Look, still got this one up. This has been hot in my spirit right here. You see that? Isaiah 11 and 10, in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, Yahushai, which shall stand for an ensign of the people, Israel. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. So that was us seeking, just like in the New Testament. The Israelites, the Israelite foreigners that believed in Apostle Paul, they were seeking and believing too, but they weren't allowed in. Okay, that's why that wall was broken down. All right. So yeah, we made our points. I just want to make sure I got everything. Okay. So that's it. That's all I got. So Lord's will, this lesson was edifying, encouraging. I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I would also like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, Shalom.